Hello, my name is Zachary, and I want to welcome you to another episode on the Ars Nouveau test server. Today, I want to get through some of the early game progression. So for Ars, that's going to mean getting my Imbuement Chamber set up, getting an Enchanting Apparatus, and getting all of the stuff for the armor, and getting through that stuff. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's look around here. Explore a bit. I saw this tower before. Ooh. Let's get some wheat. Ooh, hello, farmer. You're gonna be a shady wizard before I'm done with you. Okay, let's see. Ooh, I hear lava. Okay, lava. Smithing table, blast furnace. Those are gonna be useful. Ooh, mangrove propagule. Those were going to be a pain to find. Turtle scoot. Name tag. Alright. I think these are broken. There we go, yeah. Yeah, any beds that were placed by... Ooh, okay, nether wart. And cauldron brewing sand. You're going to be a Wixie brewing cauldron. Let's see, what do we got here? Blast protection... Band of Arthropods, Quick Charge, Sweeping Edge, Channeling, Respiration, Mana... Ooh, Mana Regen 3. That's the only good one. Yeah, only good one. Ooh. Zeke's exploring. Okay. Okay, we got a rune nether portal there. With source berries. Okay. Yeah, I think this is our starter house. This is where we're going to set up shop. For sure. So one of the things that I want to take care of is lighting up this forest, because I just want it to be safe, especially for the villagers, but mostly for myself. I don't want to get creepered. So I'm going to go ahead and use Bakhud, I think it is. It's the Forge Port of Minihud, and just going to go get all these areas. Anywhere that it says 0, it needs to be lit up. So just spamming mage lights all over the place. There's already some in the forest. From me, I've been doing this a little bit, and there's also naturally just mage lights here. So you'll know that they're mine if they are cyan. I think the spell projectiles are still random, but the mage light colors are still the right color. It's just the projectiles that got messed up. What's this? Ooh. Oh, here's that Wilden Den. There's a hunter. Ooh. That means they saw me. I don't think I want to fight them right now. But I think we're going to make use of this. Remember how I said warp portals were good for mob farms? Yeah. And it's right there. So it looks like we're about to get a visit from Zeeg. Start. Let me sleep for him. You're welcome. He's under the pillars. There he is. escaped it into the woods. You don't lose me so easily. Dang. Look at the view from up here. Ooh. Oh, that's one of the enchanted forests from Oh, the Biomes We've Gone. We need those. Oh, I think I see Zeke on the map. Yeah, there he is. Ooh. Let's see. There's something special at the top of these. Let's see if it's still there. Ah, there we go. A free ritual brazier. That's gonna help. Zeke is giving me stuff. Ooh, Echo Shard. Thank you. I'm not exactly sure what I can do with those quite yet, but thank you. He knows I like skulk stuff. Hello, sir. What are you doing? Wandering traders have interesting trades. We'll have to keep an eye on them. Hello there. I was doing a little bit of off-camera exploring, and I found a ruined warp portal that someone else had activated. And, well, I went into it, and I found myself down here. I explored a tiny bit. These are my mage lights. There was an already active warden when I entered this city, and I did the brave thing, and I walked away from my computer for a couple minutes while he despawned. It's the only reasonable reaction that one can have, because you're not meant to fight it. But he despawned, and I walked around a little bit, explored. This is my little trail. I found my way to one of these loot boxes. What is that sound? Oh, I think that's one of the sophisticated backpack mobs. I really want this music disc, actually. I think it's fun. Ooh, okay. So, the main danger with Ancient Cities, obviously, is summoning a warden. But it's pretty easy to avoid that, if I'm honest. Density 3, ooh. Interesting. Oh, whoa! Silence trim? I think this is the super rare one, right? Wow. That was that was the second chest I opened up. The other one was, I think, over there somewhere. Dang. Okay. So, I think the silence is the rare one. Which, yeah, we don't really have the trims available for the Ars armor. So, I don't know how much it's really going to matter. But hey, we got armor trim. Yeah, this is the other chest that I found. And respiration 2, just some... Ooh, actually. You know what? Mana regen 3. Absolutely. Alright, now, I actually quite like Skulk. I'm kind of known for it. And even later on, I might show you, a little secret. But Ars Nouveau mages have a distinct advantage in exploring ancient cities. Because first off, you have the ranged break, which can help you take care of shriekers. We don't have one right now, but the ritual of scrying, which most people use to find ore, it'll, like, you know, you will scry on a block and it'll show you that, like, that block through walls. And usually people use it for, like, diamond ore or whatever, but you can use a shrieker and then use that to find all of the other shriekers in a city. Because some of them will be, like, hidden beneath blocks and, you know, can be kind of difficult to get rid of. And that's the main barrier to, like, making this place safe to just exist in. Because once the shriekers are gone, the city's safe. But, yeah, so anyways, Ars Nouveau mages, so, see we're right here next to this, sensor. If you are sneaking and you cast a spell, that spell doesn't activate the sensor, but if you... Let's see. Huh. Yeah, I don't think spellcasting triggers Skulk sensors unless that spell does something like break a block or hurt someone. So, you can zoom around with leap spells, and it'll be absolutely fine as long as you're sneaking. So, most people have to sneak around super slowly, and we can just pop around. Ooh. Got one strike. But that's fine. Just wait for our vision to come back. So, I'm gonna look for some more treasure chests in here, and try not to summon the warden. You'll see anything interesting if it happens. Ooh, that could have been bad. Oh, God. Glare, you scared the crap out of me. I added the Friends and Foes mod that adds a bunch of the mobs that lost the mob votes. Interesting. Ruined book. Ooh, I think, yeah, this could be used to make a cool spell book. Oh, come on. Oh, that's 3. Of course there'd be one up here. I think I'm safe. Oop. And we're getting out of here. buddy. Oh, and that's 2. We're just gonna hang in the corner here for a bit. And you know what? It's time for a hydration break, I think. I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, there's still one following a glare, I think. And I think he's just gonna be kind of fine. So I'm gonna hope that he just doesn't come this direction. Oh, he's still around. Okay, so we've gotten most of the loot that I think we're gonna get, and this guy seems to be kind of stuck in a loop, chasing, I think, a glare, but it's a little closer than I would prefer, because he can actually smell players for, like, a fair distance. It really sounds like he's so close no matter what. And he's so angry at something. But, oh gosh. I need to be more careful than that. But we need to get out of here. And I didn't, like, come down here. I was teleported down here by that portal. There's no return portal. So I'm gonna have to just find my way out. My inventory is more or less full. I filled one backpack. I've got a couple spaces left here. Let me just... Alright, now that's full. Oh gosh. Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to get out of here without summoning any more wardens. Okay, I don't know if that is being deceptive or not, but that might be our ticket out of here. Oh boy. Is this... It's so bright over here. Okay, that's glitched. That guy was bad news. Well, I may as well do a little bit of mining, I guess. Hello, diamonds. Back in here again, see, I just want to get out of here. Well, there's always one method that is almost foolproof. Let's see. Ooh, that... Alrighty. We're going to just put projectile on this. We're going to aim upwards. And we're going to see when we see daylight. Oh, that's... Huh. Interesting. Oh, we need to go fast. Ooh. Interesting. Huh, so... the flow of the water just pushed those projectiles back down at us. That's interesting. Okay, well... I think I recognize this terrain. Let's go from the trees. This looks like we're right near home. That big old pillar. Alright, yeah, let's get to getting home. Alrighty, we are home again. Alright, yeah, we're gonna have to dump off all of our loot from the ancient city. Ooh, someone left me a map of this place. Huh. Okay. Okay. I want to start getting the infrastructural stuff done for ours. So that means we need our Imbuement Chamber to make source gems, and we need our Enchanting Apparatus to do the various crafting stuff that's going to give us access to everything else. What the... Oh. Hi, Kuther. This is one of the developers of add-ons. Ooh, and they're giving me gifts. A stabilized warp scroll to their base. Alrighty, so we need to make... Alright, so crafting spell. We need to make an Imbuement Chamber. Boom, imbued. We need to make arcane pedestals. So we need source stone. So we've already got a bunch of stone prepped for this. So we got a full stack of source stone. I don't know if that's going to be enough, actually. Alright, more than enough. So we're going to end up needing 8 pedestals for the arcane core setup. And then we need, for the enchanting apparatus setup. Alrighty, that, ooh, nice. Seems to have just been enough. Let's go up here. This. I tend to like having my... Oh, you know what? Let's turn these into platforms. Platforms are basically the exact same thing as pedestals. So let me just go ahead and have both of them for a second. So we've got pedestals, and these are used for a lot of things in the mod. And so, like, at base level, they can be a really nice decoration because you can have any item just float on them. But they're also used for the Enchanting Apparatus and the Imbuement Chamber to tell them what kind of thing to make. So the pedestals are used as sort of like the crafting slots. So, you know, like, think of it like your crafting grid. Every one of these pedestals is one of these squares. And then the Enchanting Apparatus is the output. Well, we've also got to put an item in there, so the analogy kind of falls apart there. But we can have the platforms or the pedestals, and the platforms are nice because they can be placed on any orientation that you want. So, oh right, let's change our spell back because we had to make an emergency escape from the deep dark. Where is pickup? Where'd it go? So we're going to make all of these into platforms, and the Enchanting Apparatus, it will look in a 3x3 or not 3x3, it is a 3-block radius. So it is a 7x7x7 with this in the middle. So this is actually going to get the entire interior of the tower plus 1, 2, 3 plus to the floor up here, and 1, 2, 3. Is that right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, we can't put any platforms here, but we can't put them down here. So we can have an area down here for our imbuement chamber, or even better, just down here. So we can go ahead and, yeah, we can get the imbuement chamber just already set up. And we have got a bunch of amethyst shards. Now, the imbuement chamber will automatically start to gather source slowly on its own once it has an item inside of it. And so this will slowly transform into a source gem. Now, we already have a little pile of source gems from when we went into the library, which is kind of bootstrapping our whole process here. But we're definitely going to need more, and we're going to need to hunt down a geode at some point to get ourselves an amethyst golem and get renewable supply. This will take us through for now. We can also use lapis, which I believe we've got a little bit of around here somewhere. Yeah, so we got 30 in here. So, yeah, see, that's already done. So that's going to go ahead and do that. We're going to come up here. So have our arcane platforms. Oh, he's got his the portable ritual from one of their add-ons, which I think they made specifically just so that they can have portable creative flight wherever they want. Which, you know, all the power to them. But yeah, so we've got our enchanting apparatus set up now. It can read the entire interior of this tower, so we can be creative with our usage there. So the first thing we need is to make Mage Bloom. So we need seeds and we need source gems. Alrighty. So this little guy right here is going to bootstrap our whole process. I keep saying that. Bootstrap our process. So, getting dark. So that, we're going to see about bone mealing, because I think we got a lot of bones out of the ancient city. So that'll speed us up. Also, you can actually, so if you have fortune on any kind of tool, you can get extra seeds when you harvest there. So I actually got a little bit, so I got some more diamonds from the ancient city. And we've got a Paxel mod on this server because, again, I made the mod pack and I like having Paxels because the spellbook is useful, but every once in a while you still want a tool. So at some point we're going to make that, but that is going to cost, let's see, because that's 3 for a pickaxe, 3 for an axe, and then 1 for a shovel, so 7. So we can make that right now. That will leave us 1 diamond left over. I kind of want to make an enchanter's sword as well, but again, we don't have that much gold. We're all still super early game, even if I have grand ambitions. So we're going to get through the very basic stuff. I found in one of the loot chests, where is it? Fortune 2. There we go. So we can put this on one of our tools. If we have a anvil, I don't think we do. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something about that. So we might need to go mining, which I think there are some pretty good caves nearby, but for the time being, we'll make do with what we got and break down these bones. Because we just need a couple of these for now. Alrighty. Because what we're going to do is make our armor. Now, yeah. So, you can make the mage armor from any of the vanilla armor types, from iron, gold, or diamond. And those will create a different tier of armor. Now, I almost always go for the iron tier, which is the Arcanist, because it's sort of the all-rounder. The armor has these slots here that you'll see the tier 1 empty one that is a thread slot, which is the Ars Nouveau way of having like custom upgrades on the armor. And those will go up with the tier. There are 2 more tiers in the vanilla mod that will add more thread slots, and the armor is balanced around the higher the defensive value your armor is giving you, the lower power the thread slots are going to be. So the diamond armor, the battle mage set, will keep you alive the best, but it will have the weakest thread slots. And the sorcerer's armor, which is made from the gold set, will not protect you nearly as much, but will have the most powerful thread slots. And I like to go for the middle also because the Arcanist is, I think, the most stylish one, because it's got the hat, which I'm going to need to go upstairs real quick and go into free cam, because I think the hat is what sells it. We're going to need to get some colors, which I think we're going to go for probably cyan or light blue, maybe green, I don't know. We'll try out a few colors. And eventually we're going to need to go for some of the elemental armor, but I think we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Not sure what we're going to be drawn to yet. But this is fantastic news, because all of the Ars armor will automatically repair itself using your mana. So basically, if you pay attention when your armor is damaged, you will occasionally see your mana bar pop up on screen because a chunk got taken out of it. And I think that's every 10 seconds. Everything in your inventory that can repair that way will repair 1 point of durability. And there is a thread, the thread of repairing, that if you have that in a thread slot, it will increase the amount of healing that you get on all of those pieces. But even having the armor with absolutely no upgrades is a massive boost to us, because every piece gives us increased mana and mana regen. And like I said before, that durability recovery is huge. I don't need to worry about the little passive little ticks of damage that I take here and there. And we still have quite a few source gems left over. So we kind of got to skip our way through a lot of the early spell progression for tier 1. So we don't even have our scribe table built yet. But we do have quite a bit to work with already. And the glyphs are still kind of out of order and messed up. But I think they're working on that. Okay, and the final thing that we're going to need in this whole setup is one more chamber and 3 more platforms. So if we go ahead, we're going to make one more chamber and 3 more of these. Because we're going to end up needing and making a total of 8 of these chambers for making the essences. And ooh, we've got a whole bunch of extra ones from other mods, so that's going to be interesting. But the base ones, and I'm going to bookmark these for myself. The Abjuration Essence, Conjuration, Air, Earth, Fire, Manipulation, Water, and then Anima is from Ars Elemental. And then we've got Tempest Essence. What is this even used for? Ah, right, there's some extra stuff with like getting focuses that give powers of multiple things. I haven't touched that mod yet at all, but looks like we might be at some point. Anyways, the essences are used a lot in Ars Nouveau for various recipes. There's a lot of utility recipes, so like the Abjuration can be used in place of Netherwort to brew awkward potions. Now there are a lot of utility recipes that the essences are used in, and I contributed quite a few of those. Like this one right here. Air essence, a bucket, and a snow block to get you powdered snow bucket. Because that could be kind of a pain to get, and we need you to have that for at least one spell. So I thought it would be nice to have a good way to get it. So we're going to end up automating these, not today, but probably pretty soon. And we're going to do that with a storage lectern, which is also a topic for another day. But all of these are made at an imbuement chamber, and you need 3 pedestals to set the recipe. Now, the Imbuement Chamber and the Enchanting Apparatus get confused for the other quite a bit. The designs are, I think, different enough, but yeah, when you're new to the mod, everything looks kind of similar. It's a lot of gold and spinning, and you're not sure what goes where. But the Enchanting Apparatus will consume all of the items that you use at the platforms or pedestals. Like, those are all part of the item when you make it. But the Imbuement Chamber, when you have a platform or a pedestal next to it and you have items in it, that just sort of sets the item as a sort of template. So like if you have these here, now this should be crafting up a earth essence, but I think also the tooltips for the Imbuement Chamber are broken, which I think is another thing that Bailey is aware of, but I'll probably toss another bug report in anyways. Okay, now I think it's crafting. Yeah, and that was pretty quick too, actually. So we're going to end up making a bunch of the various essences, but we started with the earth essence for an important reason. That is because we need... Oh gosh, our inventory is such a mess. We need to make a harvest ritual, which needs flourishing. And I think we should be able to... Yeah, there we go. So the Tablet of Harvest, which I've actually already got a bit of a field of crops here. One of the things that I was doing my exploring to find. We've got our ritual here that we found on top of the Wilden Den there. And we're going to put our Tablet of Harvest. And ooh, that's a different tooltip. Okay. But we don't have a source jar there for it yet. We need to get sand and glass. So we're going to also need to make an agronomic source link, but that's going to be easy. We've got the source gems and the gold. And we're also going to make a mycelial source link because we've actually got a bunch of mendostine around. So we can start making portals and start using source more if we just take a mycelial source link and start feeding in a bunch of fruit. We don't even need to start farming it quite yet. All right, so we're going to get some wheat, and we journeyed a bit to get some mushrooms before, so we need to make mushroom stew. Looking for it over here, not seeing it. Do I have bowls? I don't have bowls. Let's make bowls. There we go. There it is. So now we can make an agronomic source link and a mycelial source link. So the source links are how you get any sort of source in Ars Nouveau, as the name would imply. And the different source links will produce source in different ways. So the agronomic source link will detect whenever any sort of natural growth event happens in a 14 block radius around it, and that's like a spherical radius. And then it will capture a little bit of source. And magical plants like the Mage Bloom will get a little bit more. And it is not that powerful. It takes a while to really generate any amount of source. And the thing that it is mostly used for is powering things like the Harvest Ritual, because the Harvest Ritual is not a super thirsty one. It consumes source at a pretty slow rate. And the agronomic source link is kind of perfect because it works slowly, and so does this. And it usually is enough to produce a little bit more source than is consumed, depending on what you're growing. I think from Farmer's Delight, rice is the only thing that is not source positive. You actually need to input source to that system, or else it's not going to sustain itself. All right, let's go get some sand. Okay, so now that is going to smelt up into glass, because we're going to need the glass for source jars primarily, and then containment jars are the other big thing that we're going to end up needing a lot of glass for. Okay, so we have set up a harvest ritual to automatically gather up all of these crops that we've set up. Now we've got a source jar on top of the repository. The repository is directly adjacent to the ritual, so the items automatically get placed in here. The agronomic source link will gather source in a 14 block radius. Anytime something grows, you're seeing those little source bursts travel to it. It'll get more from a magic plant like a Mage Bloom seed. But anything should give it enough. The other thing that we saw was the supplementary flax here dropped the straw on the ground. Now, straw is good. We want that. But I think because it's being generated on the second block up here, And it's generating on the first block too, but anything that's on the second block isn't getting picked up by the ritual. So we might need to put some starbunkles here to clean up or something. Maybe an allay if we want to visit the woodland mansion there and free some allays, because there's a secret feature that we added. If you put an allay in a containment jar and you put the allay next to a container, it will act like a vacuum hopper. It'll pick up items in the world without needing to travel to it. So you can have little safely contained allays to pick up your items. Oh, hey, Drigme. Hey, dude. Yeah. Now, the harvest ritual actually, it's not going to get these top ones that I planted. Because it harvests in a 3-block height range. So it will go in a 9x9x3 area around it. So let's go ahead and remove these. But we can toss that on and get a little bit extra out of our harvest ritual. So that'll now harvest some endostine for us. Okay, now on the other side, we have the mycelial source link. Now this is actually going to be able to provide an adequate amount of power for us. Now, let's go find a place for it to be. You know what, probably just right here is fine for now. Now, we do have enough for a hopper, actually. Can we make another? Yes, we can. So, the other use of pedestals is that we can use them to feed items to source links. The source links that consume items, at least. So, a arcane pedestal, which can be in any of the slots adjacent to the source link. So here. And so we do have... Boop. So that gets eaten. So we can get... and it will deposit source for 5 blocks, I think. And then, yeah, look, we get 8% of a source jar from a single mendostine, which honestly I think is pretty wild. And then we're up to 17 because it's like 8.5%. So, all right, we've got our little thingamajigger here. We can make a hopper if we go ahead and make a chest, make a hopper. And make another chest. And we can just feed in the mendostine. Easy as that. And this will now just give us a bunch of source. Now it should stop eating the fruit when it has enough source that it can't deliver. Recently, the buffer was bumped up to 20,000 source, which is equivalent to 2 full jars. So that's going to eat all of those pretty quickly. Luckily, we're not going to be in danger of running out anytime soon. Now, we have a pretty reliable source of source, but it's not like automatic yet. This is just kind of kludged together, and I'm not going to worry too much about having a fully self-contained source system quite yet, because we don't really need to power much, and we don't plan on staying here super long. This is an intermediary place. This is a place where we can spread out a little bit while we progress. Now, from my testing, I believe it was a stack of mangosteen came out to about 4.5 jars of source each. So we can actually fill all of these up pretty reliably right now, and it's going to be convenient to carry some of these on us because we've got warp scrolls, and if we have some source stone, which is also going to be a good thing to start carrying on us once we clear out our backpacks and organize our life, then we'll be able to set up permanent portals to various locations. All right, well, the episode's getting a little bit long, so I'm going to cut it off here. I am still in need of resources, so I think I'm going to do a bit of a caving run in between episodes. But for the meantime, I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Goodbye.